Hi there. Today, I am going to tell you a story. A long time ago, there once was a man who lived in a city. And one day, this man was sat outside the city gate, as was his custom. He lifts up his eyes and sees two men approaching the city. The man stands up and begins to go to these men to greet them. And as he is approaching them, he can sense that there's something different about these men. There's something unique. So he greets them, he invites them into his house for refreshments. And the men agree. So the man takes these men into his house and closes the door. The man and his wife begin to host these two men. Not too long afterwards, there is a sound on the door, a sound of knocking. Bang, 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 bang. The man calls out, "Who is it? How can I help you?" Then there is a voice on the other side of the door. Voices, to be precise. The men of the city had gathered outside his door. "We know you've got guests. We've seen the two men that you've brought into your house. Bring them out here to us so we can have our way with them." The man begins to plead with these city men. "Please, do not do such a thing. I have two daughters. I can give them to you, but do not do such a thing." But the city men were not having it. "We know you. You're a stranger, a foreigner in our country, in our town, in our city. You can't tell us what to do. Now open this door now before we break this door down." The two men inside the house asked the men to step aside. They approached the door, they opened the door, and they struck the men of the city with blindness. There's confusion out there. They can't see where the door is. Immediately, the two men turn around to the man and tell him, "Immediately, you need to leave the city right now. Get your wife, get your children, and get out of here now. It's an emergency right now." So the man goes out to his sons-in-law to speak to them, to tell them what these two men had said. So he goes to them and he tells them, "We need to go. The city is about to be destroyed. We have no time. Hurry up. Get your wives, get everything. We need to go." The sons-in-laws, they looked at him. They ridiculed him. "He must have lost the plot. What's wrong with you, old man? The city being destroyed? When has that ever happened? You need to get some rest. You look tired, old man." So the man decides to leave his sons-in-law and go back into the house. The two men beckon the man, "Hurry up. You have no time. Get your wife, get your daughters." And the two men give them one last instruction as they leave the city. Do not, under any circumstance, look back. Do not be tempted to take a glance at what will be happening behind here. You need to walk straight to the mountains and do not look back. So the man takes his wife, he takes his two daughters. They begin to walk. They begin to walk. And as they are walking, there is noise. There are shouts. There is the smell of smoke behind them. But the words of the two men echo at the back of their minds. Do not look back. The man's wife, she walks beside her husband and her daughters. And she thinks, "I wonder what's happening there. Surely the two men are not going to know if I just take a glance. Oh my gosh, that sounds horrible. I wonder what's happening. Maybe I can just take a little glance. But the voices of those men echoed in her head. Do not, for anything, look back. But the woman decided to turn around. And as she turns to have a quick look, she turns into a pillar of salt. The man and his daughters continue to walk. The girls are distraught, but the man tells his daughters, do not look back. We have to keep walking. And so the man takes his daughters. He takes everything that he has, continues to walk throughout the night towards the mountains until he reached safety. That is our story for today. Shout out to Genesis chapter 19. See you next time.